Good morning, students. Today we are going to learn how to make the purchase book, which is a part of the subsidy books. We already know that the subsidy books or the special purpose books are being maintained by the businesses which are large in size. They maintain the different types of books which record the transactions which are of cash and the credit nature. Some important day books which we have already discussed: the cash book, purchase book, sales book, purchase return book, sales return book, bills receivable book, bills payable book, and the general proper. Now, we know that the different books are being prepared and maintained by the businesses which are having the lots of transactions in cash and credit. So, it is not possible for the business to have the journal entries. Instead of that, they maintain the subsidy books. Now, today we are going to discuss regarding the purchase book. As we all know that in a business there are certain type of transactions, which purchase transactions, which may be in cash and in credit also, because the business purchase the material, some in cash and some it may be in credit also. So, whatever the purchases takes place in the business are in cash are being recorded in the cash book, and the transactions which are taking place in credit are to be recorded in the purchase book. So, when the transactions take place in credit, they are being recorded in the purchase book. But when we record the transactions in the purchase book, we should keep certain points in mind, that while recording the purchase book, we should not record the purchase of asset. In purchase book, we only record the transactions which are related to the goods. The transactions related to the purchase of assets are to be recorded in the general proper. Second, if their purchases are of cash nature, the transaction taking place is in cash, then it will be recorded in the cash book. So, it means that in case of purchase book, we are going to record the transactions which are taking place only in credit. Now, when we record the transactions, we will have a format in which we are going to record the credit transactions. First of all, in the purchase book, we are having the date column. The date column mentions the date in which the transaction has taken place. So, the date is important because in the books we do the transactions recording in a chronological order, that is date wise the transactions are to be recorded. So, after writing the date in which the transaction takes place, we have the second column, that is the particulars. In the particulars, we write the name of the supplier. The supplier is the one from whom we are purchasing the goods. So, the supplier account to be credited because he is the one who is the provider of the goods or raw material. Then in the third column, it is the invoice number. Invoice number means the bill on the basis of which this transaction is going to be recorded. In the source document, we know that on the basis of invoice, the recording of the transaction is to be done. So, the invoice number is the evidence that transaction has taken place and it has all the necessary details regarding the transaction. After that, it is the ledger folio column. As we had discussed earlier that when we have large number of transactions and we are not able to maintain the journal book, we maintain the different type of subsidiary books. So, when the subsidiary books are being maintained in place of the journal book, what we are going to do? That recording of the transaction is being done in case of the different subsidiary books, and these are later going to be posted to the ledger. So, after recording these transactions in the different subsidiary books, we are going to transfer it to the ledger. So, where this page number is of the ledger, the transaction is to be posted is recorded in this column. So, it will mention the page number. Then after that, it is the column of details. Now, in the detail column, we are going to write the amount. Now, this amount will be the amount of the goods being purchased from the supplier. In this column, we are also going to maintain the trade discount. As all of you know that discount is of two types. One, the cash discount, and the other one is the trade discount. Now, trade discount is to be mentioned here and cash discount is not to be mentioned. Why? Because it is a transaction which is taking place in credit. So, the credit transaction to be recorded in the purchase book, and we don't have any cash transaction taking place here. So, cash discount will not be recorded here. What will be recorded will be the trade discount in the detail column. So, first of all, what we are going to write? The amount of goods being purchased from the supplier on credit. After that, what we are going to do? We are going to subtract the trade discount. After subtracting the trade discount, our next step will be to calculate the GST. All of you know regarding the GST, that is the goods and service tax. So, the GST, as you know, is being bifurcated on the basis of interstate and intra-state transactions. If the transaction takes place within the state, we will have the CGST and the SGST. But if the transactions takes place between the two states, we will have the IGST. So, in a transaction, we will have either the CGST and the SGST, or we will have the IGST. That will be on the basis of states. If one state, it will be CGST and the SGST, and if we have two states, the transaction taking place, then we will have the IGST. So, when we are writing in the detail column, first the amount of goods being purchased in credit minusing the trade discount, then we are going to mention the GST, CGST and the SGST, which will be added here, or we will have the IGST which will be also added here. So, either of these 2 we will have 1. Then after adding the GST, what is the total amount we will get will be the amount of credit purchase of the goods. So, after writing this, what we are going to do? We have written here in the detail column what? That is the amount of purchase from the raw material or the goods from the supplier, then the trade discount to be subtracted, GST to be added, either the CGST and SGST or IGST, then we will get our total amount of purchase being done. Then step by step we are going to mention it individually also. Individually यानी हर कॉलम में हम फिर से इसे मेंशन करेंगे. In the purchase column we are going to write the amount of purchase after subtracting the trade discount. Then we are going to write the CGST or the SGST, that is Central Goods and Service Tax, or the state goods and service tax. We will write if it is within the state, or we will write the amount of tax between the two tax, that is the integrated goods and service tax. And then we are going to write here the total amount. So, in this way we are going to have this total here also, and in the detail column also we will have the total. That is the total of what? Purchase of goods or raw material minus trade discount plus of GST, that will be equal to your total amount. This is the basic format of the purchase book. Now, after discussing this format, we shall do one question to make it more clear. Let us take one question. Now, here the following transactions are in the purchase book of Pawan Electric Store, New Delhi, assuming CGST at the rate of 6% and SGST at the rate of 6%. Now, the different transactions are being given here. In the year 2017, on June 2, the purchase goods from Surya Electric Store, Chandni Chowk, Delhi on credit. Invoice number 480. Now, in this first transaction, what we have, the first thing, that is the date. Date is 2nd June on which the transaction has taken place. That is the purchase of goods from the Surya Electric Store. This is the name of the supplier because goods have been purchased from Surya Electric Store, and the place where this store is Chandni Chowk, Delhi, and the purchaser of the goods is which one? Pawan Electric Store. गुड्स कौन खरीद रहा है? पवन इलेक्ट्रिक स्टोर खरीद रहा है, विच इज़ ऑल्सो इन न्यू दिल्ली. और कहाँ से खरीद रहे हैं गुड्स? सूर्या इलेक्ट्रिक स्टोर, चांदनी चौक, दिल्ली. सो बोथ द प्लेसेस आर इन दिल्ली and the transaction is taking place on 2nd June. Invoice number, as we have discussed the format also, that the transactions are to be recorded on the basis of the invoice number, and the invoice number is 480. Now, what is being purchased? 40 tube lights at the rate of rupees 500 each. 15 table fans at the rate of rupees 2000 each. The trade discount is 20%. Now, what we have purchased is the 40 tube lights. So, when we are going to write into the detail column, we are going to multiply these 40 tube lights into 500 to get the total amount. Now, again let's see these transactions to be recorded in the format. First thing, in the date column, we are going to write what? June 2. Then in the particulars column, the name of the supplier. Who is the supplier here in this question? Surya Electric Store. The transaction that is taking place with the business is the Surya Electric Store, Chandni Chowk, Delhi. It is important to note down because it is the one which is going to decide the tax, GST, goods and service tax, whether it is an intrastate or interstate transaction. After that, what we have? Invoice number. Invoice number 480. We are going to write here 480. Now ledger folio, as we know, it's the page number where it is to be posted in the ledger. So later on we are going to write this. Now coming on to the detail column. In the detail column, what we are going to write is the goods purchased and the price at what they have purchased, which will be mentioned here in the suppliers column. That 40 tube lights at the rate of 500 each. We are going to write here 40 tube lights at the rate of 500 each in this column. And we are going to multiply this 40 multiplied by 500. We are going to do, and then we are going to write into the detail column. What we are going to do? We are going to first of all do what? We have. So now to calculate the amount of tube light, what we are going to write? 40 into 500. We are going to multiply because the cost of one tube light is rupees 500. So 40 is the number of tube lights it has purchased. It will be how much? 20,000. So 20,000 rupees tube light is being purchased from Surya Electric Store. Now, do we have any trade discount? Yes, there is a trade discount being given here in the question. Now, in the question, we have the trade discount at the rate of 20%. So, what we are going to do? The next step, it will be to find out the 20% of 20,000 we have. But one more thing they have, that is the table fans. So what we are going to do? 15 multiplied by 2000. This is the number of fans, table fans 15, and the cost of one fan is how much? 2000. So what shall be the cost of 15 table fans? So 15 table fans multiplied by 2000, it will be how much? 30,000. So the cost of tube light is 20,000 and the cost of 15 table fans is 30,000. 20,000 plus 30,000 is equal to how much? The total amount of goods purchased from Surya Electric Store is how much? 50,000. And what is the trade discount? 20%. So what we are going to do? We are going to find out the 20% of 50,000. ट्रेड डिस्काउंट निकालना है. कितना अमाउंट है? टेबल फैंस और ट्यूबलाइट को ऐड करने के बाद 50,000 है. तो 50,000 का जब हम 20% फाइंड आउट करते हैं, इट विल बी 10,000. So what we have to do? Trade discount is being subtracted. So out of the total 50,000, we are going to subtract it the amount of trade discount, that is 10,000. So what will be the net amount of purchase? We shall call it the net amount of net purchase, because it is the amount after the trade discount, that is 40,000. Now till this we have finished. Now next step will be what? After doing this, we have to add the taxes. Now here it is being purchased from a shop which is there in Delhi. So what we have? GST, which will be CGST and SGST, not the integrated goods and service tax. So what we are going to do? CGST at the rate of 6% and SGST at the rate of 6%. So CGST and SGST at the rate of 6% each we are going to calculate here on the amount, that is rupees 40,000. After the trade discount we had rupees 40,000 on which we are charging the tax, calculating the tax at the rate of 6% each. So it will be rupees 2,400. 2,400 CGST, 2,400 SGST, and what we have to do is add. इसे हम प्लस कर देंगे और इसको प्लस करने के बाद हमारा टोटल अमाउंट ऑफ परचेज हम फाइंड आउट कर पाएंगे. व्हाट वी विल हैव? द टोटल अमाउंट ऑफ परचेज फ्रॉम सूर्या इलेक्ट्रिक स्टोर. सूर्या इलेक्ट्रिक स्टोर से हमने टेबल फैंस और जो ट्यूबलाइट परचेज की है उसकी टोटल कॉस्ट कितने रुपीज़ हुई? 44,800 rupees. Is it clear that in this way we are going to mention each and every individual transactions. Now coming back to here, अब यहाँ पर हम इसे कैसे शो करेंगे? फॉर्मेट में हम किस तरीके से लिखेंगे? What we are going to write here, the name of the supplier, Surya Electric Store, Chandni Chowk, Delhi, taking place on 2nd June. Invoice number we have in the question, that is 480. It will be mentioned here 480. Ledger folio later on. Then details, the total of here 20,000 is the tube light amount, 30,000 the amount of table fans which will be written in the detail column. After that trade discount 40,000 to be we have after the subtraction of trade discount of rupees 10,000 and adding of GST. So in the detail column we are going to mention all this thing. ये सब हम किस में लिखेंगे? डिटेल कॉलम में लिखेंगे. और अब इंडिविजुअली अमाउंट्स को हमें मेंशन करना है. तो परचेज अमाउंट में कितना अमाउंट लिखेंगे? परचेज कॉलम में द अमाउंट विच इज़ बीइंग गिवन आफ्टर द डिडक्शन ऑफ ट्रेड डिस्काउंट. ट्रेड डिस्काउंट के बाद हमारे पास जो अमाउंट है वो हम परचेज कॉलम में मेंशन करेंगे. इट विल बी मेंशन इन विच कॉलम? दैट इज द परचेज कॉलम. देन input CGST and input SGST. The transaction has taken place in Delhi. The purchaser and seller both belongs to Delhi. So we have the CGST and the SGST. Input CGST and input SGST at the rate of 6%. 2,400 will be mentioned in these two columns. Integrated IGST will be left blank. खाली छोड़ देंगे इसे हम. और टोटल जो है 44,100 it will be mentioned in the two places. In the total amount also we are going to write 44,800 and in the detail column which is showing all the subtraction and addition of the discount and the CGSTs and SGST, the net we have is the 44,800, which will be mentioned here in the detail column. So, this will be the way we are going to do the treatment of each and every individual transaction. Now, the next one we have the bought the goods from New Delhi traders cannot place New Delhi on credit. Now, here again cannot place New Delhi, the buyer and the seller belonging to the same place. So, we will have the CGST and the SGST. Invoice number, that is the bill which we have on the basis of which the transactions to be recorded. The date is June 10, which is taking place. Now, 10 ceiling fans at the rate of rupees 3,000 each. So, 10 multiplied by 3,000, it will be 30,000, the total cost of 10 ceiling fans. Again बिल्कुल प्रीवियस ट्रांजेक्शन्स की तरह इनका ट्रीटमेंट हम करेंगे. 10 को 3,000 से मल्टीप्लाई कर देंगे तो टोटल कॉस्ट सीलिंग फैन की हमें पता चलेगी. उसके बाद इलेक्ट्रिक आयरन इज देयर. सो अगेन 20 electric irons are being purchased and the cost is rupees 500 each. So, 20 multiplied by 500, it will be rupees 10,000. So, 10,000 is the total cost of electric iron. Next step will be what? We are going to add these two. Again the same thing. So, it will be 30,000 plus 10,000. So, total will be 40,000 and trade discount is how much? 10%. So, trade discount 10% of 40,000, it will be 4,000 rupees. And then we are going to calculate the tax. So, again in the next transaction which took place in June 20, same thing. New Delhi is the place. So, transaction within the state. Invoice number is being given there. Bulbs are being purchased and water heater is also there. So, multiply the both, that is 100 into 600 and 20 into 1000. Then trade discount. Now, after that coming to the transaction which took place on June 22, bought from Sunny Lab, Lajpat Nagar, New Delhi for cash. Now, this transaction has taken place in cash, and as we all know that in the purchase book we only record the credit transactions. So, will this transaction which has taken place in cash will be recorded? No, it will not be recorded because it will be recorded in the cash book, not in the purchase book. So, we are not going to record this transaction and we are going to write a note that it has been in cash. So, it will be recorded in the cash book. Now, June 28. Bought from Fashion Furniture, Chitra Gupta Road, New Delhi on credit. Invoice number 3450. Now, here we have bought the chairs and the tables. In our question, we have been given that Pawan Electric Store, New Delhi, the name of the business enterprise. And here what they have, the transaction is regarding the chairs and the table, which is completely different from the transactions which have taken place earlier. We have seen they have purchased tube lights, table fans, electric iron, ceiling fans, water heater. Now, here the transaction is of chairs and table. This shows that the furniture has been purchased for the business, but are we going to record this or not? Now, again a question arises. We will not record this transaction in the books because it is not related to the business, as it is not dealing with the material. It will be recorded in the journal proper. So this transactions will also be not recorded because it is related to the purchase of chairs and table. Now, so in this question we will not record the transaction June 22 and June 28. We are going to write a record for this, that this transaction has taken place in cash, so it will not be recorded, and this transaction is related to the purchase of asset, और asset अगर आप खरीदते हैं तो इसे हम जनरल प्रॉपर में रिकॉर्ड करेंगे. Now to solve the question, now here we are going to record it in the purchase book. The first one, Surya Electric Store, Chandni Chowk, Delhi. Now we are going to write the details as we had discussed earlier also, that how to record this transaction. 40 tube lights at the rate of rupees 500 each. So what we are going to do, 40 multiplied by 500, we will get the total cost of tube light 20,000. So we are going to write here the amount 20,000 in the detail column after multiplying this 40 into 500. So it will be 20,000. Now after that, 15 table fans at the rate of rupees 2,000 each. The total cost of table fans will be how much? 30,000. The next step will be what? To add these. We are going to add this. So it will be how much? After adding 20,000 and 30,000, it will be 50,000. Less trade discount at the rate of 20%. So what we are going to find? The 20% of 50,000, it will be rupees 10,000, which we will subtract from 50,000. It will be 40,000. Now calculating the GST at the rate of 6% on 40,000. So CGST at the rate of 6% on 40,000. How much it will be? 2,400 on, it will be 2,400 CGST and the SGST. The total will be how much? 44,800 rupees. Then in mentioning it in the individual columns, when we mention this in the individual columns, we will have to write in the purchase column what we are going to write, the amount after the trade discount, that is rupees 40,000. This will be mentioned here. Input CGST, it will be 2,400. SGST also 2,400. Then this column will be left blank because no interest rate transaction has taken place, and in the total column we are going to write it 44,800. So this is the transaction which has taken place with the Surya Electric Store, that is the supplier we have, and the total amount purchased from him, it is 44,800 rupees. After that, we have the next transaction with the new light traders cannot place. What we have purchased is the 10 ceiling fans. So again the same thing. What we are going to do? We are going to multiply 10 into 3000. It will be 30,000 rupees. So 30,000. Then 20 electric irons at the rate of 500. So 20 multiplied by 500, it will be 10,000. The total will be how much? 40,000. Now the trade discount will be 10% of 40,000 rupees, 4,000. So we will get 36,000. Now we have to charge the GST. So CGST and SGST at the rate of 6% on 36,000. It will be rupees 2,160. It will be rupees 2,160, which we are going to add here. अब इसे हम क्या करेंगे? ऐड कर देंगे. So the total will be how much? The total will be 40,320. Now mentioning it in the individual columns. So in the individual columns, what we are going to write? First of all, the purchase, that is after the trade discount. What we have the amount is the 36,000. So what we are going to write here is the 36,000. Then the input CGST rupees 2,160. Then SGST also 2,160. Now again the total of all these three, that is rupees 40,320, will be mentioned in the total amount column 40,320. So in this way we have finished the two individual transactions. Now coming on to the next one. In the next we have the purchase of bulbs and the heater, which took place in June 20. We have 100 dozen bulbs at the rate of rupees 600 per dozen. Now, so the cost of per dozen is what? 600. And how many dozens are being purchased? 600 dozens are being purchased. So it will be again the same, multiply it, we will get rupees 60,000. Now 20 water heaters at the rate of rupees 1,000 each. So the total cost of 20 water heaters, what we do? 20 multiplied by 1,000, it will be 20,000 rupees. Now adding the both, what will be the total of 60,000 and 20,000? 80,000 rupees. Now here we have a trade discount of 25%. So 25% of 80,000 will be how much? 20,000 rupees. It will be 60,000. Now next step, to find out again the CGST and the SGST at the rate of 6% on 60,000. So it will be 3,600. 3,600. Now here what we are going to do is the total. The total will be how much? 60,000 plus 3,600 plus 3,600. it will be 67,200. Mentioning it again in the individual column, the first one is the purchase column. So after the trade discount, how much amount we got? 60,000 we got. Then in the input CGST column, what we are going to write? 3,600, 3,600, and the total of all these three will be how much? 67,200. So in this way we had recorded these three transactions which took place in credit. And what we have not recorded in this question are the two transactions, the one which took place in cash and the other one which was regarding the purchase of asset, that was table and chair. So these two transactions we have not recorded here. Now after recording the transaction, in our last step, what we are going to do? In the last step, we are going to do the total of each individual column. Now here in the purchase column, we have rupees 40,000, that is the purchase we did from the Surya Electric Store. 36,000 goods purchased from New Light Traders and 60,000 purchased from Ravindra Electric Company, Patel Nagar, New Delhi. All the three we are going to add to find out the total of the purchase. The total of purchase will be how much? 1,36,000. After adding what? 40,000, 36,000 and 60,000. Next column is of input CGST. The amount 2,400, 2,160 and 3,600. These three amounts we have. We will add it. It will be 8,160. In the input SGST column, 2,400, 2,160, 3,600. Again, after adding all these three, the total sum is rupees 8,160. The IGST column is blank, nil. Now adding the total amount, that is 44,800, 40,320 and 67,200. What we will have is the total of the three, that is 44,800, 40,320 and 67,200. The total we have of these three will be 1,52,320. So this shall be the total of the three transactions which took place and to be recorded in the purchase book. So this is the way which we record the transactions in the purchase book, and not recording the book transactions which took place in cash, or if the transaction is related to the purchase of asset. I hope this concept must be clear, how to record the transactions in the purchase book and how to follow it step by step. Thank you.